Hello, my alchemical beauties. It's Thursday with Larana live from the very center of the universe, Canton, Ohio. Yay! I'm so glad to be here. Listen, it's close to the holiday, and I thought, let's do a little cooking demo. Yay! I love the 4th of July, and I love a watermelon and feta cheese and all these things. So I thought, let's make a watermelon salad. It's so easy. It's so fresh. You can ad lib, and I'm going to show you how. So without any further ado, let's get started. Oh, before I say that, let me grab my knife. Don't go away. My big knife. Okay. That's the knife. All right, the knife and the spoon. I forgot that. So you'll need a good knife. Now, it's kind of, I wish I knew better how to pick a great watermelon, and we're going to find out really soon if I did. Hopefully it's going to be nice and sweet and juicy. This is a seedless watermelon that I got at Green Farm. And if you've never been there, they're just an amazing place with great prices, and I love it a lot and a great vibe. But anyways, many years ago, a farmer told me some ways to pick a good watermelon. And one of them is it should have a lot of what he said was little bee bites. And there are these brown little markings on the watermelon. I don't know if you can see them, but those are bee bites. And that means that watermelon's sweet and the bees tried to get it. Another thing is, and it's hard to find these days, but if the stem is still on, that means it got to ripen on the vine more. And that's a good sign. And what was the other sign? Well, they say to knock on it, but I never know what I'm supposed to be listening for, so I don't know that. But the bee stings is one, and the stem is one, and this just felt good. So, it's always exciting to cut open your watermelon and see what you got. So I got a seedless one, and I didn't get a bigger one. I like it with seeds, but because I'm, old school there. But I didn't want that big of a watermelon. They only had really big. So anyways, you want to cut your watermelon with a really sharp knife. That's important. And I like to slice it down the middle. You can almost hear it cracking. Oh, cracking open. Almost there. Woo. Here we go. It's pulling apart. Wish me luck. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at that. It looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, and it smells good. I think I picked a good one, you guys. And I'm going to give it a little taste just to see. Oh, it's so sweet. Vivian, I know where to get some sweet watermelon. I know you were asking me that. And this watermelon was only $4.99, which I think, was a good price for these days. So anyways, I'm going to slice the watermelon into, about an inch, a good inch pieces, like you were going to cut it to eat on the rind. And a lot of times on the cooking shows, I have this already prepped up, but I thought it was important to show you kind of how to cut the watermelon, use a sharp knife and a cutting board, and to not be afraid of that. Okay. And I'm just going to move this aside for now. And then, oh, let's see. I'm just going to lay this down. And I'm going to cut the melon right off the rind. And it'll pop right off. There we go. And actually, it might be a good idea that you could use a smaller knife for this to cut these off, because it cuts so nice. There we go. And we'll do one more. Sweet and juicy. Oh my gosh, this is one of the best watermelons I've had in a long time. Maybe I picked a good one, huh? Anyways, okay. So it's really easy. We're just going to chop the watermelon into like chunk-sized bites. And don't be too worried about if they're all the perfect size or anything. Just chop them up. You'll see how quick and easy the salad is. And I'll get this slice here going. Kind of at a weird angle here, but oh yeah. Oh, I have to try one more piece, you guys. Oh my goodness. It is so sweet. Perfectly right. So we're just going to toss this in our dish. Hopefully I got a deep enough dish. I might not have, you guys. What am I going to do? I know. I have another bowl really close. Let me get it. Okay. Boy, I underestimated the salad. But so this is just 3 slices of watermelon. Pour it into this bigger bowl. And then I got a cucumber. Now there's so many different kinds of cucumbers, but this is like an Armenian cucumber. The skin is really, really, really thin. And what I like about this, especially since I didn't think about bringing a peeler, but you can always use a knife, but you don't have to peel these. They're wonderful. They're easy. Everything is just easier. So you want to make sure, yeah, let me move that so you can see me. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, you should be able to see. So I'm just going to slice the cucumber right down the middle. And the seeds are really small in this. I never take my seeds out, but in this cucumber also, you don't need to. They're just that really long cucumber. They usually come wrapped in plastic. And this one did. I actually got 2. So let me show you. It comes wrapped in plastic, so you just take that off. And I got these at Green Farms. They were only 99 cents. And I'm just cutting these into little smaller pieces than the watermelon. But again, no stress. It doesn't have to be, you know, every size perfect or matching. It just needs to be cut. So I'm cutting this the length of the cucumber into 3 strips, and then I'm just chunking it up. Nice and fresh. And then we're just going to throw that into our bowl. Yay. Isn't this easy? So refreshing too. And I'm just going to give that a little toss. And then we're going to add some feta. Now, there's all different kind of feta out there. I just got, first I have to tell you, I always get my feta cheese at Canton Importing, which is on Wirtz Road. You just take 12th Street all the way up to Wirtz, like you're going to the fairgrounds, and you take a left, and there it is. It's been there for 60 years, and they have new owners, and they've done a wonderful job. Anyways, they're the best place for feta. They have all different kinds. Today I just got a pound of domestic Greek, which is only $5.99 a pound, but they have sheep and French and all kinds. But sometimes when I'm bringing, I do like a very sharp, I like a French feta is my favorite. Sometimes when I'm making things to share, I lean towards a more kind of a milder, middle of the road feta. And like I say, this is a great price, Canton Importing. And we just want to chunk this up. So easy. And I'm not even going to use all of that. A little bit of feta goes a long way. There we go. I'd say that's probably, let's see if that's, you can never have too much feta, right? Anyways, I'm going to toss that in. Give it a little stir. It's looking good. Oh yeah, that is looking good right now. And then you could stop right there with cucumber, watermelon, and feta. And then I like to add also some mint, which I brought some fresh organic Herba Buena mint from my garden. And I plan to bring some sprigs in for farmer's market. So if you're around, stop in and get a free sprig of my beautiful organic mint to make your salad. But we just want to pick a few leaves off. And I usually, if I pick a big sprig like this, I just put it in a little glass of water and stick it in the fridge that way, and it'll last. And I like to slice the mint up really, really, really thin. And again, a sharp knife. It's like little, I don't even know the word for what I'm doing, but it's it's just really thin strips of mint. And you don't need a lot. Just about a little handful. And I'm going to toss that in, okay? Now that is a perfect dish. All right. However, you can get creative. What do you have around the house? Was there anything you want to use up? And what I found were some small tomatoes. And a tomato is a fruit. And so I'm going to actually add some tomatoes to this to really make it more like a salad. It'll be nice and refreshing. And these are they're like cherry tomatoes, but these are a little oblong, so I'm cutting them in half, and then I'm cutting it again in half the other way. And I'm just going to toss those in. That's good. You know, I'm going to put a few more in there. Move that so we can see. I don't know about you, but in the summer, boy, I mean, I do love to cook. I eat a lot of food at home. I make a lot of food, and I always make a big bowl because I always like it to last. I mean, it's easy to make a little, or might as well make a lot. And one more tomato. There we go. Okay. Now let's get this a toss. Now you noticed I haven't grabbed any salt, any sugar. You don't need it. With the feta cheese that's naturally, briny and salty, and the watermelon is naturally sweet, and the organic mint is cooling, you've got the perfect salad. But wait, maybe we could do one more thing, and we're going to, right? So the other day, now I love mulberries, and there's a tree in my neighborhood that I always pick up the road, and my neighbors are like, take as much as you want, that type of thing. So the other day I went and I picked a dish of mulberries, and I noticed before I was coming here that I had this little bit left in the fridge. So if you have something like that, some berries, or could be raspberries. So if you have some raspberries or strawberries, or even a squeeze of lemon, or a squeeze of orange would be good. If I had a fresh orange, I would have grabbed that. But now I've completed my watermelon salad. Yay! With local organic mulberries, mint from my garden, feta cheese from Canton Importing on Wertz at $5.99 a pound, I gotta say, which is a great price for feta these days. And watermelon and cucumber from Green Farms. Okay, so I hope you have a beautiful 4th of July weekend. There's fireworks tonight at our beautiful McKinley Monument. Yay! And whatever you're going to be doing, if you have the ingredients, you could still go out and get them to throw together this salad, and it's good all summer long. I just thought I'd show you today. So I love you all. Have a beautiful evening and a wonderful weekend. I will be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and there is a farmer's market this week too.